this video, I wanted to do a little makeup show and tell. I did one for my eyeshadow palettes. I might do one for my lipstick collection if you guys are interested in that. And today I wanted to do one for my blushes and bronzers. I also included my highlighters and contour in it because I feel like contour is kind of the same as a bronzer. It's not, I know it's not exactly, but a lot of people contour with bronzer, so, and I don't have enough of those to make a separate video about that, so I thought I would include them. It's like a hair. It's itching. Also, I'm so close to 6,000 subscribers, so I would really appreciate if you guys would give this video a thumbs up, because the more likes, the more it gets seen on YouTube. Or if you just want to share my channel, that would be really, really great. I am just so excited and so grateful for everything. So, okay, let's jump into it today. I'm going to try to group them a little bit by brand. I don't know how that's going to work, though. I think I'll start with Drugstore and then move on to kind of like higher end brands. So the first ones I discovered a lot that I didn't realize I still had. This is like just a bronzer, but I honestly couldn't even tell you what the brand is. It's broken as well, which is kind of a theme in this video, to be honest. I'm sure that I bought it in Belgium because it only has instructions in Dutch, French, and German on the back, and not in English. So I think I bought it in a store called Hema, which is like I don't know if you can call it a department store. It's kind of like a very big drugstore that also has little things for living. I guess it's like a department store, but like a small one. I don't know. It's just a bronzer. I should honestly throw most of these away because a lot of these are like, I mean, if I bought it in Belgium, I'm not going to say I bought it before I moved here because I really wasn't into makeup when I moved here, but I probably bought it like 11, 12 years ago or something, so I don't think I should be putting it on my face anymore, but well. And then next I have this bronzer from Rimmel. I actually use this quite a lot, it seems, because I hit pan. Really also no idea when I bought this. Probably bought this years and years and years ago, again from Rimmel. It's got SPF 8 in it, which is interesting. A bronzer with SPF. And it's just called Sunlight. It's in shade 21. Maybe that's the name of the shade. Yeah, it's called Sun Shimmer Natural Bronzer. I'm not into bronzer. Like, I use contour shades and stuff, but I'm not into using bronzer like all over my face, but apparently I was for a while and I just don't remember it at all. Yeah, Rimmel. And then I have a good few products from Maybelline. Yeah. So I'm going to start off with my highlighters. These are my absolute favorite highlighters. I love them so much. This is my favorite. It is the Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter, and this is in the rose gold color. I wear this all the time. I'm wearing it today. Every time you see me wear a highlighter in a video, it's this one. And I think you can tell, like, I've made a good dent in it. If you can see, there's like a good dip in it in the middle. I just love it. Like just, it's so metallic. I don't know how well you can see that, but I mean, you can see it on my nose anyway. Yeah, I really like it. I just think it's an incredible highlight, and for the price nice as well. I don't even remember how much they were, but I mean, it's Maybelline. It's probably like €10 or something. I think they're like $7 maybe. No, they're not. I was gonna say they're maybe $7 in the US, but they're not. I think for Drugstore, they're actually considered a bit pricier in the US. They might be like 14 or something. I don't know. But I don't remember paying that much for it in Ireland. And I know they're more expensive here. And I just really love this. I also have the regular gold one, which I really haven't used much. I used it in the beginning because they didn't sell the rose gold one yet. But it's still really like shiny and nice. Can you even see that? The difference? I don't think that's picking it up. But I guess it depends what kind of makeup you wear. I just feel like the rose gold one kind of goes with everything. But the gold one is nice too, for sure. This is molten gold. Yeah. I just think they're such good value. And then from Maybelline, I also have these Dream Mousse blushes. I'm gonna guess this is the same. There's no label on it. But the bottom looks the same. I don't know where the label went. This is also called a mousse blush, but it's definitely like a contour because it's very dark. I mean, well, actually, maybe not. I guess it could be a blush for people with a deeper skin color, but I bought this so long ago. I don't know if they really had that kind of shade range yet. Although it would be great if they did back then already. I don't know. I bought it to use it as more of a contour shade, but I never really use it anymore. I mean, the mousse thing was so big back then. Oh, I used this one a lot. Jeez. The mousse thing was so big back then that I had the foundation as well. Does this even still work, or is it like completely hardened? Yeah. It's pretty hard. I used to use their mousse foundation. I loved their mousse foundation. It was my favorite one. It made me, even today, I think it would still be one of my favorite finishes. It made my skin just look airbrushed, like completely airbrushed. But it dried my skin out to no end. It gave me such dry patches. It was just, I had to stop using it. I don't remember that I loved this so much, but I apparently did because I used it a lot. And I think they still sell these. I mean, I think their mousse collection is still a thing. Yeah. This is called Dolly Pink. It's in the shade 01. This is the shade 06, but the label's gone. I don't know what the name of it is. And then my last Maybelline one is this contour and highlight stick. It's called Master Contour. It's in the color 01 Light. You know, it's interesting. So this highlight is actually a little too light for me. At the moment I'm wearing a very light foundation, which seems to like match my neck and everything quite well. So I don't know if this is still too light for me. I think I pretty much lost most of my tan, but I always felt when I put this on that it was just too light. But my foundation was always too dark, so that could be the problem. However, this contour shade is amazing. It's very cool toned, which is kind of what you want a contour to be. If you go up a shade in the medium, the highlight will probably match me a little bit better, but then the contour on the medium is warmer, which I don't think is great for a contour. So I don't really use the highlight. I use the contour quite a bit. I'm actually wearing it today. I don't know if it's showing up or not, but yeah. But it's pretty cheap and it's nice on the go. You know, if you're traveling somewhere and you want to pack light, you don't have to take a whole palette with you. It's just like contour and highlight in one. last Drugstore one is this, but the casing broke. Is this L'Oreal Glam Bronze, and it's a blush and bronzer duo. I can't believe that I have this. I mean, I haven't used it very much. Ooh, that could have gone very bad. Yeah, I haven't used it very much. I don't know, like, again, something that I've probably had for upwards of a decade and should maybe throw away at this point. And I love L'Oreal, I really do. I don't know, not a huge bronzer person. The blush looks like it's a nice color though, but this somewhere went to the bottom of one of my drawers and I forgot about it. So then on to my MAC stuff. I have a good bit of MAC stuff, but I have to be careful because some of these are broken. So this one, if I can read it. Oh, the light's too bright. Which one is this? This one is... Yeah, this one is actually my favorite blush of all time. And it is called Spring Sheen. It's completely mangled. I know I can fix these. I fixed them in the past, but at this point, like, no, they're too old as well. I think I really have to pick up a new one of this because I loved this so much. It's like a half pink, half peach with gold in it. Like, it was the perfect blush shade. And it crapped out of me, and I don't know why, because to be honest, most of my MAC stuff is broken, and it's not like I drop it. Sometimes I just pick it out of my makeup bag and it's broken. I feel like their packaging is just not very sturdy, or their product is just not very sturdy. Similar with this one. This one is actually dropping products. I have to be careful. This one is called Peachy Keen, which was actually also a nice one, but I don't necessarily want to like repurchase it. Oop. But I think I'm definitely going to repurchase Spring Sheen. It's one of my favorite blushes. And then another one that I have from MAC. This is called Moon River. It's a mineralized blush, but I think it's more a highlight. Like, it's got like the little swervy thing at the top and just pink at the bottom, but they're both very shiny. And I feel when I put these on my cheeks that I look like a glitter ball. I think as much as it's sold as a blush, I think it's more meant as a highlighter. However, I do think this was limited edition. I mean, first of all, it's mineralized. I don't know if they still have a mineralized collection. They came out with that years ago. And I bought it in a store called the Cosmetics Company something store. You can find them very often in an outlet mall. I bought it in one in the outlet mall in Orlando. Like, I want to say back in 2010, maybe 2012, but like definitely at the latest. I never really used it because back then I didn't know what highlighter was, and I thought it was too shiny for blush. Maybe I should start using this as a highlighter. If I can still use it on my face. Yeah, like it's pretty shiny. I take the pink part. The pink part doesn't look too bad, actually. Let's try this out sometime. And then I also have a cream blush from MAC, and this is called Posy. The lid of this one, I think, is broken. Yeah, the lid is broken. I used it a good bit for a while. nice. Like, it's a nice color. I bought this back then because, again, I thought it was handy to take when I traveled because I didn't need to take extra brushes to apply blush. I can't blend a cream blush with a brush. I have to do it with my hands, so I thought it was handy, and I did use it quite a bit. But I don't know, I just kind of, I think when I moved house, I bought storage containers for all my makeup, and all my older makeup went into it, and then I just bought a bunch of new makeup that's not in those containers, and I forget that these exist. This is a good video. It's like connecting me with some of my older products. And then one last thing from MAC. I don't know what this is. I think it's toothpaste. Is the mineralized skin finish. It's not really a blush or a bronzer. It's more like a setting powder. But this is in the color Light Flush. And it has like a color to it. And it has a bit of a glow to it. And I actually, if I set my whole face with this, again, I look like a glitter ball. So I think this falls more in like the highlighter category. Honestly, if you're gonna do it all with the same fingers, it's not gonna show up. Let's try this hand. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. I don't know, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I think it's a little bit too glittery to set my whole face with. So again, I haven't used it in a long time. Yeah, I should really, next time I move house, I make a promise to myself that I'm gonna throw all of them away because I don't use them anymore. So then moving on, I have one product from Stila, and it is the convertible color, and it's actually supposed to be a lip and a cheek cream. And this is in the color Orchid. It's like a dark reddish kind of color. I don't remember ever using it as a lip color. I have used it on my cheeks a few times. Again, something that I'm gonna keep out of the storage containers and maybe try using again. Although, again, it's probably like 7 or 8 years old. I don't know if I should still use it. But my skin's pretty good. I don't break out easily, so maybe I can. I don't know. The next is this Nars blush and bronzer duo. This is the Orgasm and Laguna duo, which is like, no, it's not Laguna. Sorry, it's not a bronzer. It's the Orgasm and Hot Sand duo. It's just 2 blushes. So yeah, I've used this one quite a lot. I know it's like one of the most popular colors of blushes ever. I'm actually wearing it today on my cheeks. I haven't used this one that much yet. I've used it once or twice, and it is nice. It just makes your face look a little bit more highlighted. I don't think it is a highlighter. I wouldn't also use it as a highlighter because it's not shimmery enough. But I feel like it gives more of a sheen to your cheeks than much of a color. But depending on what kind of makeup I'm wearing, it actually can look quite nice. It's one of these, like it's a very small one. It's one of these that Sephora sells by their register. You know, like their register has a whole section of travel size products, and I hate it and love it at the same time because it allows me to buy products without forking out a huge amount for the full size if I don't know if I'm going to like it. Plus with blushes, you know, I never get through the whole thing anyway, so I like that, but at the same time I hate it because it's always tempting me to buy stuff, and I buy actually a lot of these little ones in Sephora, so it's making me poor. Maybe I should be grateful that we don't have a Sephora in Ireland. So then next I have one from Urban Decay. I have to actually take it out of the packaging. It is the Naked Flushed palette, and it's got use the highlighter and the blush, even though you can't tell. It looks like I never made a dent in it, but I definitely have used it. I love the naked packaging. I mean, I think it's so sleek and it's small, which is another reason I bought it, because I travel a lot. And it's interesting because it always goes with me, but I don't really use it a lot, so I should. It's not that old. I don't think it's more than 3 or 4 years old. I think I can still use it. I don't know. This is interesting. So it says that Urban Decay is located in Newport Beach, California, and in Promenade des Anglais in Nice, France. It's made in the US, but is Urban Decay part French? I didn't even know that. I thought it was just an American brand. Okay. So then next we have this Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. I think I've shown this one before. It's got like 3 highlight colors and then 3 bronze colors. I feel like this one is a really good contour shade because it's a little bit of a colder color. And then this one is pretty good, but a little bit dark for me. I have to really, really blend it out if I want to use this one, and only if I'm going to go like heavy on the contour. The middle one I find a little too warm. And then the highlight shades, I don't really understand powder highlight. And maybe that's just me and I don't know how to use them, but I feel like powder highlight doesn't ever show up for me. I used it a few times recently, just like over my highlighted areas, to see if I could make it a little bit more defined, but I don't know. I felt like it didn't really, I feel like it never really works for me, but the contour is nice in it anyway. And then lastly, I have this blush bar palette from Benefit, which I adore. I first of all just adore the packaging. I've shown this a few times too. Oh, I love the packaging. It's so cute. So these are 5 full-size products. You get 4 blushes and a bronzer. So you've got California, Gold Rush, Dandelion, Rockateur, and then the Hoola Bronzer. This, I don't know what that scent is, but this palette smells amazing. I really like these. I just wish they were slightly more pigmented, because this one, it always shows up pink on camera. It's actually peach. I have to apply a lot of layers of it for it to show up. And then this one, which is the Dandelion, is supposed to be for your whole face to pink it up. And I think that works well. And then these two, I feel like when I apply them, they go well with my tan. Like when I have a tan, I feel like they make it look a little bit more tan. They make my face look a little bit darker and maybe a little bit warmer. But I don't have a lot of color payoff. Maybe that's not their destination. I mean, maybe destination, destiny. Maybe their designation. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Maybe they're not designed to do like a blush color on the cheeks. Maybe it's just more like to warm up. I don't know. But I really like them. I wear them quite a bit. It's just I feel like the color payoff isn't great. The California one I feel like should have a lot more color. But the Hoola bronzer I like a lot. think it wasn't super expensive for the fact that you get 5 full-size products, but I actually think I got it like half off as well. I think it was on sale when I bought it. I probably spent about €40 on it or something, which is, if you think about it, is like the price of 2 Benefit blushes. So I'm happy with it. I really like it. And that's it for my blushes and bronzers. I'm actually missing one. I realize this now. I have a MAC Simpsons collection one, like a March Simpson blush. I think I might have shown it in another video, but like really early on in my channel, like a year ago. But I don't know where it is because I went through every area I could think of looking for blushes and bronzers, and I didn't see that one. So don't know where it is, but I'm sure I still have it. But for the most part, this is what I have. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to see a lipstick collection. I can definitely do that. And I will see you all in my next video.